Hello, welcome to WrestleMania's Basement, WrestleMania 34 Review Part 5.
This time you get me.
Yeah, this is past Review WrestleMania 34. So anyway, I'm Joe Venuto, and he's just a sexy Pat.
Sexy Pat.
Pat Young.
I make your ankle hurt.
You'll be in my grades, I guess I don't sit here like an idiot. Or if you don't watch the first 4 videos. On the WrestleMania 34 review.
With Ant.
Yeah.
And I'll have you know that at the end of the weekend, I triumph with the lead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Just about 50 other pay-per-views to go this year. Since we're including Ring of Honor, it's going to be about 50 pay-per-views.
Yes.
Well, not 50, but you get the point.
Like 24.
24, it's like 30.
Yeah. Or like 25. The WrestleMania kicked off with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which is what my math already in a time limit. At some time, let's go with 10, let's go with 12 minutes. Thanks to Bray Wyatt helping eliminate Baron Corbin and Mojo Rawley.
I'm gonna go with. I'm still in the prediction modes apparently, which will help for later in this filming day for us. But that's a little different story. For the match, it was an Andre. It was a battle royal to start the show. Well, it wasn't really anything special to me, but I did think the right person won, and I didn't hate the time watching it. So. For me, I gave it a C.
If you see part 1, you know I gave it a C. Up next is the Cruiserweight Championship match. Cedric Alexander defeat Mustafa Ali with a lumbar check in an amount of time.
In an amount of time.
Let's go 15 minutes.
Here, I have it up on Wikipedia. Do you want me to help you with that? With the amount of time?
No, that's alright.
It's 12:20.
Alright, close enough.
I thought it was a good showcase for the cruiserweights. However, I thought there has been better cruiserweight matches, even in the tournament itself. A good match, a good way to, it's a good match to have on the kickoff. But it's not necessarily the best cruiserweight match I've seen, especially recently, since ever before. I ended up giving it a B+.
Some low praise for a very high grade.
It was a very good match. An extremely good match.
I was just checking like a C+ or a B- the way you're talking. The worst match in the history of the tournament.
I never said it was the worst match in the tournament.
I gave it a B, as in Byron.
A B as in Byron. Shut up, Saxon.
Up next was the the Fabulous Bowl Memorial Battle WrestleMania Miss Woman's Battle. What the fuck is it called? The
WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. The Battle Royal for the golden plastic diorama of the fallopian tubes.
Yes.
And the other bits.
Wish
this is a family show, so I don't want to get too far into that area.
Wish Naomi won in 9 minutes. Okay. No. Oh yeah, 9 minutes and 50 seconds. My last eliminating Bayley.
It went sort of the same lines as Andre the Giant Battle Royal to me, minus until we got to the ending, where it was Bayley and Sasha at the very end, and then Bayley just out of nowhere just quickly eliminates Sasha for the complete shock. The place goes nuts, and then apparently Naomi comes back in the ring because she was never eliminated, and it kills the crowd dead essentially.
Yes.
Kind of a hard match to put there for the kickoff, especially when it's the one that's supposed to lead directly into your main show.
Oh yeah.
So that grade I think hurt it for me. Just that decision of Naomi just popping up after Bayley just got essentially the pop of the match.
Right. Yeah.
So for me, the grade is considerably lower.
Yeah. I thought the match was better than the men's. With the NXT girls, Kyrie Payton, Bianca, the other ladies.
Tayanara Conti.
Yeah, that lady.
Kavita
Gavi.
Gavi.
And that sixth woman I'm having a hard time remembering right now.
I'm kind of confused. Why Billy Kay wasn't a part of it?
Her place just got done.
It's like you're cleared to do stuff on SmackDown, but okay. But the WrestleMania.
I did like the story better because it was that's muddled up until the end, which brought the grade down for me.
I gave it a D.
I gave it a D plus as in D plus. They took things over with the Intercontinental Championship triple threat between Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. Seth picks up the win with a curve stop on The Miz. And 13 minutes, I think.
Yes. I'm sorry, 15:30. I thought this was a really good opener. I really did like all the entrances. Minus Finn's was just pretty much just a bunch of people in rainbow colored shirts for the well, I don't know the exact term for it, but the gay
LGBTQ.
flag. Yeah, the LGBTQ flag. Which is a nice message that you want to get for your face. But I thought Seth's whole look and the stage and how it was, I thought was pretty cool. Miz, I really did like the holograms.
Yeah.
For the match itself, which I thought was an excellent opener. I thought it was a very good triple threat, and I understand why Seth did win. So he got the
Grand Slam.
He finally got the Grand Slam on the grand stage of them all, and which completes the trio of Grand Slams for the Shield. Very good match, and very good opener.
I gave it an
A. I gave it an A-.
Up next, the SmackDown Women's Championship, Asuka versus Charlotte. Charlotte defeated Asuka in 13:25, I think it was, to end the streak with the figure eight.
It's sort of taken me just about a whole week to figure if how I felt about Charlotte ending the streak. And so far I've come to the conclusion that there's not many other people I want to see end the Asuka streak. So I guess Charlotte's just as good as people. Is just as good as anybody who I want to see beat the streak. So I don't really have any problems with that. I will have problems with it if it's something where all of a sudden, just because Asuka loses one match, she loses her aura. She loses her luster. So I don't think she should just lose to anybody going forward. The show's the week after she moved Charlotte, so I guess it's an okay start for that. My other complaint in the match was right after it, John Cena and the ref. The ref ran down and was telling John Cena that everybody was focused on that. And then John Cena just darted straight up.
They should have went to commercial and did that.
Yeah.
And then did that.
Yeah, they should have just let the moment sink in. Asuka's streak is important. They built it up as important. They had to buy the numbers for it. During her streak, she won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Which may be a negative to Asuka actually, in fact, being the loser of the match, since she was the first one. But I'm not even going to go into that far. It was just, I think that, again, what Joe said, they should have gone to commercial or cut away or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then have the ref just be right next to Cena going, like, hey, he's back there, or whatever. But for the what, I'm not going to judge that against the ladies. I'm going to judge that against the company. So for the ladies, I thought it was a very excellent match. And it definitely created a Mania moment.
Definitely with the Mania moment, and as I said in the other video, or WrestleMania review rather, this was my match of the night. I gave it an A.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gave it an A-.
After that, what's the nicest?
It was was, yes, United
The
States.
United States Championship Fatal 4-Way. Bobby Orton, Rusev, and Jinder Mahal. Jinder, for some godforsaken reason, comes to win in 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah, for some godforsaken reason. The match was fine. Didn't necessarily set the world on fire, as the first two on the main card did for me.
How's that? What? Shock with Jinder?
Yeah, I know. In the end, Jinder Mahal won the freaking match. I know we could complain about Jinder Mahal, but he's not necessarily the strongest worker going forward for a mid-card title. And that and Rusev took the pin, I believe.
Yes.
So it's sort of, I'm going to look down on it a little bit more. The match, for what it was, I guess it was okay. But it's just had a negative taste in my mouth from it, but it's fine.
C minus, I believe it was.
I gave it a 6.
Up next, Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
The feature was 6-7 in a mixed tag match in 20 minutes?
20 minutes and 40
seconds. Yeah, I needed that, and the AJ match was the top 2 left boys.
To me, this was the match of the night. It even had Jim Cornette not complaining about a WWE match, which is rare, in fact. Mm-hmm. Unless you go to whatever the Revival did. But I think they completely did the right thing in this match with Ronda, Stephanie. I think they did it right by all 4. Especially the one you really needed to was Ronda. I thought that she did come off as the dominant badass. Stephanie came off as the antagonist, just completely teasing her until she got in the ring, and then was completely almost dismantled by Ronda. I even like the moments where Ronda even stood up to Triple H. Hey, she put him through a table. Why would she be scared of him? Things like that. And I actually got more than what I expected out of this match. This will probably be, going forward, this will probably be added to my all-time favorite list. But we'll do that next year at Mania, so don't worry about the changes now. Again, excellent match. Everything we did, it was perfect with it.
I did a match at A-.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gave it an A+.
I thought the other 2 matches were attacker. Up next, Undertaker Cena.
No. It's SmackDown tags.
Yeah. Side of tag titles, the Bludgeon Brothers defeat the Usos and the New Day in 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
For what it was, I thought it was good. Essentially, it was just a Bludgeon Brothers beatdown for 5 minutes at Mania. I guess out of Usos, New Day, and I know what the Bludgeon Brothers can do with the Usos, I kind of expected more, but I kind of got why it was so short, because there's so many. It's WrestleMania. There's going to be a lot of matches that get over 10 minutes, essentially. So for what it was, and for what they did with it, making the Bludgeon Brothers look as dominant as they did, I thought it was at least good.
Disappointed from what you know what the Three Chiefs could do. From a booking standpoint, it was near perfection.
Yeah.
I gave it a C.
I actually gave it a B, just because, again, what Joe said, it was near perfection with it. What they were trying to do with it, they excelled in that area completely. It was just not what we expected.
Up next, we'll see the take, right?
Yes.
Next, Undertaker defeat John Cena in 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
I kind of don't even want to consider it a match, just because it was so short. It was essentially a segment to me, especially with Elias coming in at the very beginning. Now, did I get something wrong? WWE said that Elias came out and pretended he was the Undertaker and challenged Cena. Did that actually come across the Mania?
Not to me. I did the lights way out like it was Taker.
Yeah.
But he didn't challenge Cena to a match. Cena attacked him for interrupting.
Yeah.
Elias was going for a musical performance. Yeah.
I took that as Taker playing mind games
Yeah, there was.
By just not showing up for a while.
There was no match between Elias and Cena.
And Elias's entrance is literally he comes out in the dark.
Yeah,
and comes down and is already in the ring, but
yeah,
this time he came out.
There wasn't no impersonation. There wasn't a match either. Yeah.
But for what it was, it did create a WrestleMania moment. I didn't expect the match to be that short. I expected to be on the shorter side, but I didn't expect to be that short and that one-sided, essentially. Cena pretty much got his ass kicked. Maybe actually worse than
Lesnar, definitely.
Lesnar, just because it was that short. So for me, it's an NA. It was too short to grade.
It is an NA for me too, but I can't deny. Going back to the book and everything to perfect. People are gonna look at me like I'm crazy here. Cena was really a dick throughout the whole feud.
He got what he deserved. Yeah, he gets just desserts.
And Undertaker himself, though, just away from the match. Undertaker wants to look the best he did in like 6 years or 5 years. I want to say for me at least. Taker.
Oh yeah, Taker looked very good.
Yeah,
very good. He looked in great shape.
What was that, the Bryan match?
Yeah.
The Bryan.
Bryan.
That's AJ Nakamura sandwich in between a whole bunch of questionable stuff. Okay. Up next, Dale Bryan Shaper defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and I think it was 13 minutes.
It was 15 minutes, 25 seconds.
15, 25, okay.
I did like the match, but I guess I got what I needed out of it. Bryan just being back, him going on an absolute tear. I even liked what they did with Sammy and Kevin attacking Bryan before, I'm sorry, jumping them from behind, and then taking out Bryan. Sort of a nice Easter egg for Bryan's title win 4 years ago at WrestleMania 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was a good match for as Bryan's first one back. I think we've seen better stuff in this card, but still I'm not disappointed in it.
Right.
I ended up giving it a B.
Yeah, I gave it a B too. It was more for the Dale Bryan showcase, showing you who can still do everything he can. Though I didn't want to see him wrestle Sami Owens longer.
Yeah.
Obviously, but he would like destroy them.
Yeah.
Minus a Hulu kick and pop up.
I'm almost sure that if Bryan is a singles match with either Sami or Kevin, that it'll be much better than this match. Essentially, the moment created the
carried away the match. Yeah.
Bryan back for his first match.
The next 4 matches are AJ Nakamura and 3 things from Raw that are highly questionable.
You missed one.
No, I know. I said AJ Nakamura and 3 things from Raw that are highly questionable.
Yes.
First, we'll start with one of the highly questionables. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship was Nia beat Alexa in 10 minutes and 15 seconds, I believe. Right?
Yes.
That's sad. I remember that. That time from my major review.
For what they had of the match, it wasn't bad. However, what they had for the match, I think, was wrong.
The book of the match was wrong. Not the match itself, the booking of it.
The idea behind it, I thought succeeded.
Well, yeah, the idea is to see
However,
it,
I think it was.
For me, the idea is to see it before the match. When Nia went on a rampage, tearing Mickey apart and chasing Alexa away.
Yeah.
Once the bell rang, the match was all control. The idea was...
Yeah, it got a little too even.
10 minutes and 15 seconds worth of even.
Yeah.
And then the worst part was I actually thought they were going to have Alexa go over at one point when she was raking the eyes. I thought they could do it.
It was too even to me, just because Alexa, first off, is considerably smaller than Nia.
Big girls need love.
Big girls need love, that's right. As our good friend Ant would say. And 2, Alexa's pretty much been, like, fat-shaming her, so why shouldn't she get her just desserts?
Right.
Instead of it just being a competitive match.
Mm.
For what it was, I thought it was fine. But what it was wrong.
I gave it a D.
I actually gave it a C-.
I'm happy to bounce off the Alexa though. opportunities to do some new things.
Yeah, it creates a new direction for the Raw Women's division.
Yeah, which I am having respect on to get the belt back and Backlash.
Yes.
If she doesn't win the SmackDown. That's the new championship. AJ Styles beats Shinsuke Nakamura. The Styles Clash in 20 minutes and 10 seconds, I believe. It was. I know it's the second longest match I'd like to have against time.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I thought this match was really good. Is it as good as their Wrestle Kingdom 12? I think it was.
Yes.
Wrestle Kingdom 12 match.
Oh, I made 10.
No, I don't think it was as good.
10.
However, Wrestle Kingdom 10.
My bad.
Wrestle Kingdom 12 was last year or this year.
Yeah.
Well, was it as good as the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match? No. However, it's more of a setup.
Yeah.
The reason why the match went the way it did is because this feud is probably going to go much longer.
We're looking. I would say we're 3 to 5. 3 to 5 months. I can see it ending at SummerSlam.
I can see it ending at SummerSlam as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at how it turned out. I'm not even disappointed in it.
No.
I think it's a must-needed direction for Shinsuke.
Oh, definitely.
Just if he needs.
He wasn't clicking as well.
Yeah, he wasn't clicking.
On
He
the main
needs
roster.
something else. And from what I've seen from SmackDown and his little promo and his beatdown after at the end of the show, essentially, I loved what I was seeing. So I'm not mad at what I saw.
No, the things I did think that hurt them. I don't want to say hurt. The match didn't live up to expectations.
Was because people had expectations.
It was a setup for something else. Yeah, so that's not a bad thing. The things I did think hurt, it was kind of an odd placement.
Yeah, it was.
Third from the end. And I think it was entering the 6th hour at that point.
And people, they were starting a little.
Fancy, so I did that.
Restless.
And they were trying to go for a New Japan match, which I did. The only thing was, WrestleMania, as much as there are hardcore fans, there's also, I think, close about casuals too, so I might not translate as well. But other than that, they didn't really have a feud beforehand. In WWE, you do kind of get a feud beforehand. Yeah. But now they do got a bigger story.
They got a story going for it.
So yeah. But everyone, the match was still very good though.
Oh yeah.
I won't call it disappointment. It just had a lot of hype to move up to.
Yeah. I think it probably couldn't have ever meted its expectations.
Right. They were in WWE, so.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as a bad thing. I mean that as they were allowed to go all the way out into Japan, not on the main roster.
Yeah, WWE, the rules are different.
Yeah, so.
I ended up giving it a B+.
That's something that would be plus anyway, yeah.
This match.
I'm just gonna keep this one short, you know I gave it an F. Braun and Nicholas beat Cesaro and Sheamus in 3 minutes. 4 minutes for the World Tag Championship. Was it 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just before I go on this rant, it's an F for me too. In the grand scheme of wrestling, is it the worst thing I ever saw? No,
yes.
But it's up there.
Yes.
If you're going to compare it to David Arquette's is much worse.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. David Arquette, had no point whatsoever, had no business being done. Is at least a grown man. Yeah, I know he didn't look like it, but at least he was a grown man. This is just insulting. And WCW was already buried at that point. This was just a burial of Cesaro Sheamus retiring the damn division for the last 2 years for no reason.
Is it a terrible idea? Yes. Is it the worst thing that's ever happened in wrestling? No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Alright, everybody get your F-subs.
Just because Nicholas didn't pin anybody. Nicholas wasn't even in the match. He tagged in and really tagged out and distracted Cesaro, and then Strowman got the pin.
Oh, well, that guy didn't. That guy didn't pin anybody. Because or not, I will feel this WrestleMania just so now I won.
Exactly. David Arquette actually pinned somebody.
Jeff Jarrett, right?
It actually might have been Eric Bischoff. But he still pinned somebody.
Oh, it's not Bischoff. He's not wrestling.
And that DDP was okay with it. Who was the champion, by the way?
Yeah, but at least Dave Arquette got the payoff.
That makes Nicholas much better than that.
No, at least... No, WWE...
And Braun was pretty much destroying the bar anyway.
What happened is, they put Thunder on the network, and then they watched it, and Vince was like, hold on, WCW, hold my beer. I got this. That's what happened. More people were watching WWE than they were WCW then. And he won on Thunder. This was on WrestleMania. I know they said that. At least they're ended now, but still.
He was in the low part of a Mania. Who cares?
I do.
Between the two title matches.
Makes it even worse.
It's supposed to be the lull of the show.
A child won tag team titles left.
Yes, I agree with that. As an F. Is it the worst thing I've seen? No, but it's up there.
Alright, fine. I want that song. Yes. Moving on, Universal Championship match. I got a lot to do for this one. I only got 6 minutes left on this video. I had to delete some of the videos I already posted. So up next, we'll do this and then our weekly show reviews.
Okay.
Because I was looking for that in 6 minutes.
Probably not, no.
With the overall stuff. See you then.
See you then.